Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 19-yard line.
Throwing first play is Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. Caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Denver.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't hold that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
Back to football. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
4 yards on
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Herbert. Steps away to his left. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have come back within a score.
Justin Hopkins on the extra point.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And that flag accepted.
Justin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And some room to run now. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On 1st down, it's Herbert. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A gain of 36 yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Chargers 7.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the option right, Herbert. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 34. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will not us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 39-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 22, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Dancing to his left. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he works his way forward for a couple and past the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game, and good effort by them to secure an interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Play action. It's Wilson.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. It's Herbert. And for the fourth It's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot from 28 yards out. The kick by McManus is good, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Pass midfield. DeAndre Carter. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any.
I'll claim it.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be on for any potential deep shots. But probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Play action. Now Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
They go play action with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball. He'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw is Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Throwing is Wilson.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock. and let your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
That's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Herbert now to throw. And this one is incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers.
Whenever I touch down.